I'm Jamel Hill.
And I'm Michael Smith.
And you are watching JRSportBrief.
Boom!
Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's JR. You are checking out the Sport Brief. Go ahead and watch that video right there with Mr. Wiley. We are not thinking about that guy right now, and I'm not embarrassed to say it. Even though he's bigger than me, I may not say it in front of him. But we are on the set of Numbers Never Lie. My main man, Michael Smith. How you doing, Mike?
Good to see you, bro.
Likewise. Jamel Hill, how you guys doing? I appreciate it. I'm gonna talk to you about. I've been hearing what you're saying about the superheroes and all that. I've been hearing about that. We're gonna get into that. First of all, I have a list of athletes here that I want to ask you guys. I want to know what your opinions are. Who's been most entertaining? Which athletes are we thankful for in the year 2013? These are obvious guys. Okay. LeBron James. This guy's a lightning rod. He won his second NBA title. He just won another MVP. What about that guy?
We gotta be careful not to take LeBron for granted. Like, ever since he came on the scene, Sports Illustrated cover, King James, we're so, and I'm guilty of it, I gotta be honest, we're so consumed with comparing him to his obviously very famous predecessor, Michael Jordan, and the competition with Kobe and will he win a ring and how many rings and is he clutch and all this kind of stuff. When sometimes you just gotta sit back and watch this dude and realize we haven't seen anything like him and may never see anything like him again for a long time.
I can't think of, there are few athletes you can think of in history, regardless of sport, that fulfilled expectations the way that he has.
If not exceeded.
If not exceeded. I mean, he's never been...
Right. He hasn't been arrested.
No, I'm saying he's never been in trouble. And even more so now, I feel like because the ring pressure has been alleviated, he's growing into his own as a man. Like, I love the Samsung commercials.
Oh, they're awesome.
The number one thing I love about it is that I think him and also D Wade, they have done a lot to promote Black fatherhood, you know, and that can be, you know how big of an issue that is, but their families or his family is in all his commercials, his boys, and I think the fact that he's maintained those bonds around him is something, to Mike's point, that we should be thankful for and appreciate.
You too can have a mean step back jumper if you teach your kid the right way. Did you see that move?
Yeah, and what's it?
Somebody's gonna pull out on me out on the court. Another guy, Peyton Manning. The guy comes back from a neck surgery. He throws for like 3,700 yards last year. This year he's on for another 37, probably going into 4. What about that guy? It's amazing to see what he's done.
I appreciate Peyton. Number one, his sense of humor. He clearly does not take himself too seriously.
DirecTV, him and his
football on your phone.
They're dunking cookies and rapping.
Oh my goodness.
Didn't we lead the show with that one?
We did. We led the show with football
on your phone. They are a trip.
They are, and so that I appreciate about Peyton Manning above anything else.
Okay, this next dude, Mayweather. 45-0. It's amazing. Some people love him, some people hate him. I think he's a great guy.
We're not quite in the hate camp, but we're farther away from the love camp than we are the hate camp.
He's not someone to be thankful for to watch and enjoy what he does. A defensive masterpiece.
I feel like I don't want to disrespect his talent, because everybody can't do what he does. I do respect him as an athlete, but his entire persona, I get why he does it. It brings people back to the pay-per-view. But I'm sorry, I am going to hold it against him that he never fought Manny Pacquiao. I'm one of those people.
Do you still want to see that?
Not anymore. Not now. Not after Manny got put to sleep. No, I don't want to see it now. But
he woke up in time for real.
But no, and not just that, the off ring behavior, the out of the ring behavior, I think has been a little deplorable.
Which is why I'm just not a fan. I respect his record. Even his style, I don't hate him for his style of fighting.
You know, no Louis V sweatshirt.
No, I mean the style in terms of like he's a defensive fighter and he's boring. I don't even hold that against him. I mean his record speaks for itself.
I think it's beautiful. I love watching.
Right, you know, but I'm talking about in terms of, like you mentioned earlier, the out of ring behavior, some of the stuff he's been involved. I'm just not a fan.
Next up, we're gonna go overseas a little bit. Ronaldo. This guy has 66 goals. He's probably gonna win Player of the Year. It's a little bit different, but people seem to appreciate, some women appreciate the guy's looks, and other people hate the guy. He's diving all over the place.
Well, how does that make him different from any other football player?
You know what?
They all dive.
Listen, he said it, not
I mean, I'm just saying, like, you know, but I know, but you have to respect his brilliance. You have to respect the artistry. I mean, I'm not gonna sit up here and fake like I'm an expert or or some kind of insider when it comes to the beautiful game, but I do appreciate it, and he's one of the best to ever do it.
I'm too lazy to run back.
Well, I think too, you mentioned his looks, and it's because of his looks that I think he's underrated.
We're gonna talk about a Detroit Tiger real fast before we get out of here. Some guy named Miguel Cabrera. He decides to hit like 350, bash 50 home runs, and driving 150 guys every single year, at least the past 2 at least.
Well, obviously, as a native Detroiter, I definitely appreciate Miggy. And dare I say that one of the reasons I was so excited that the Tigers traded Prince Fielder, not that Prince hasn't done a lot for the city of Detroit, both him and his father.
Not in the playoffs.
There it is. It's the playoffs, that 196 batting average. But it was also because freeing up a little money, they could pay Miggy. And he's beloved in Detroit, and I wish he could be a face in the game. I'm not sure entirely if he feels comfortable being put out there. He's one of those dudes, he just comes to work with his lunch pail every day and just is focused on that.
Do you think it's a language?
I think that's part of it. I mean, we've seen this. It was not just him, but with a lot of Latino players, that there's been a reluctance to put them in front of the camera and to make them a face of a sport because of the language barrier. But I just think part of it too is his personality. I mean, he's a gregarious guy by all accounts, by people I know that cover him. But at the same time, I think he prefers to just be a little to the side of the limelight.
He should be thankful he got those 2 MVPs.
Okay, see, don't start.
From the voters.
Don't show out in front of company.
Old school.
Don't show out in front of company.
And only worried about average and home runs and RBIs, because Mike Trout should have been a 2-time winner.
No, he should not have.
He's been the best player in the American League the last 2 years.
Oh, wow.
He's a better fielder. He's a better defender.
They make you
he's
pay
a better base runner.
They make you pay for that. You got to pay your dues, and then they'll hand him the trophy.
Okay, fine. He's earned it the last 2 years.
He'll be in his 30s.
And I'm not hating on Miguel Cabrera. I just think the Triple Crown in last year. Triple Crown is overrated. The Triple Crown is overrated.
No, because I knew he was going to say that.
We're going to end on this.
If it's overrated, everybody would do it.
No, listen.
Rare and overrated are 2 different things.
It's Thanksgiving. He going to eat well. Have you seen him?
He's in good enough shape. He still swings that stick, though. So.
Yeah, I don't understand. Prince Fielder, I mean, is he going to like have the Texas BBQ down there?
He's a vegan, though, isn't he?
That's what I've heard.
Yeah.
But then, is he going to lose? He's going to sweat the weight off out in Arlington?
Well, that's the good thing, is that he's going to someplace where obviously the temperatures are what they are, and so maybe I do think he needs to trim a few just for his long term.
What is he, 30, 31 years old?
Yeah, just for his long term.
That contract is guaranteed. So.
I see what you did there.
On that note, we're gonna boogie. I want to thank you guys for the time.
Appreciate it. Thank you for doing this.
No problem. I want everybody to click right there. Yeah, right there. Go ahead and watch Numbers Never Lie. There's tons of clips and all that great stuff. And I think you guys know where you can be followed at, but go ahead and tell them anyway.
At Michael Smith, at Jamel Hill, at Hers podcast,
yes,
at ESPN_Numbers.
And Numbers also has a Facebook page, a YouTube page, and a Twitter handle. So
isn't Hers a Facebook page, right?
Yeah,
you have all that, right?
We got a Facebook. You don't tell them who's behind it, but that's okay.
I think they know who's behind it.
Yeah, they do.
Usually they're pro Jamel.
It's Numbers Never Lie. It's his and hers all day long, and they're on JRSportBrief. And I want to make sure you better subscribe, because I'm bringing good stuff. There's more stuff coming. These guys are great. I like them better than Marcellus. And I'll say that. I'll say that to his face. I'll say that. No, I'll say it to his face. I'll keep you all out of it.
Yeah, we love Marcellus.
Yes.